If narratives run these crypto investment cycles, then several narratives have dominated this bull run. Think metaverse tokens, dog coins, and alt L1 solutions like Solana and Avalanche. But the narrative standing strong in decentralized finance, known as DeFi, is about layer 2 solutions, with Polygon leading the pack. On today's CoinMarketCap episode, we take a deep dive into the top Polygon projects. My name is Jet, and here at CoinMarketCap, we are on a mission to make crypto accessible all around the world. That's why we love making videos for you that are packed with information, are easy to understand, and simple to share with your friends and family. So if you want something more than just hype and to actually learn about crypto, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now and turn on notifications to not miss out on new videos. And let's learn together. Top Polygon projects. First, let's clarify what layer 2 means. For a layer 1 blockchain, we can think of Ethereum as an operating system like Windows, on top of which developers can build decentralized applications known as dApps. The problem is Ethereum can get slow and expensive. That's because its consensus mechanism for securing the blockchain is based on an auction model. Users bid against one another to have their transactions included in the next block. That's why once a network gets too congested, fees skyrocket. And that's how you end up with, say, a face value price of $20 to mint an NFT, but incurring an actual cost of $100 in gas fees. In other words, would you pay $4 for a coffee if you also had to pay a transaction fee that was 5 times that?
Oh, hell no!
I didn't think so either. There's a chance you've heard of other layer 2 scaling solutions like Arbitrum and Starkware, aka ZK Starks. So what makes Polygon stand out from the rest of the major scaling and infrastructure development solutions? Well, Polygon is the first L2 solution with an actual native token, Matic. And why does that matter? Because you can stake it to help secure the network, all the while enjoying awesome rewards like low fees, as well as being eligible for potential airdrops in the future. Oh, and this does mean that some of these dApps are available on Ethereum as well as on other chains. The fact that they feature on Polygon with negligible fees and insane speeds is why we choose to include them here. Now, before we dive in, I want to make it very clear that this is not a complete list. There are more Polygon projects that need to be highlighted, covered, and we will certainly do that in our future videos. JellySwap. JellySwap is a decentralized cross-chain atomic swap service. If that sounds like a mouthful, that's because it is. But we can easily break that down. For example, if you want to swap your ETH for BTC, now because they live on 2 separate chains, it's a bit cumbersome. So you might need to rely on a third party like a centralized exchange to access the crypto market. So think of JellySwap as a dApp that lets you trade your crypto assets across different layer 1 chains, like between Avex on Avalanche and Aave on Ethereum. Oh, and did I mention that you can do this near instantaneously and for pennies? QuickSwap. QuickSwap is a fork of Uniswap, the first and arguably the most popular decentralized exchange or DEX in existence. Since Polygon is Ethereum Virtual Machine or EVM compatible, QuickSwap users enjoy the safety and security afforded by the Uniswap audit. So why use QuickSwap over Uniswap? Well, QuickSwap features an ERC20 token bridge. The bridge lets you quickly bridge your tokens over to the Polygon network. That way you can enjoy low transaction fees and quick swaps that only a layer 2 solution like Polygon can offer. Like other DEXs, QuickSwap uses an automated market maker or AAM model, so it relies on liquidity pools. As with Uniswap, QuickSwap users can create their liquidity pairs and start earning once they provide liquidity. Quick is QuickSwap's native governance token. Opacity. Opacity, or OPCT, is a file storage service, but with one key difference: privacy via decentralization. You self-custody your data, and only you can access your files via an encrypted handle, which functions like a private key. This means that not even Opacity can access your data, but you can share any file with a friend at the click of a button. When you think about it, sure, Polygon facilitates decentralized file storage on Ethereum, but that would be a limited view of Polygon's potential. Ethereum is a network that can get congested to the point that leaving Opacity on layer 1 would severely limit its use and ability to scale. And this applies to all projects that require fast transactions. Not bad, Polygon. Mai Finance. Have you ever wanted to borrow money and pay it back minus the interest? Mai Finance is the first native stablecoin protocol on Polygon, and it does just that. You deposit your crypto assets into a vault, then you borrow against it in Mai stablecoins, and all you've got to do is pay a fee. So if you've got 10 BTC and believe in its long-term value, then you can borrow against it. And now you've got 10 BTC equivalent in Mai terms as liquid capital without having to sell any of your BTC. Impermax. Impermax is a decentralized protocol that enables indirect liquidity provision. In doing so, it eliminates any risk of impermanent loss. It's actually quite brilliant. What's really happening is that you're lending your tokens to actual liquidity providers. This party borrows the tokens for liquidity mining by using actual liquidity pools. In other words, the more risk-tolerant party assumes all the risk of impermanent loss, but both parties engage in a mutually profitable arrangement. gTrade. Gains Network is an ambitious team aiming to launch the best DeFi trading suite in history. The first product in its arsenal, gTrade, is a decentralized leverage trading platform. Leverage trading is when you only have to put up a small amount of capital to gain a ton of exposure on an asset. This means that to command a market position of $50,000 of ETH with a leverage of 100 to 1, you would only need $500 in ETH to get started. gTrade offers users a leverage of up to 150x on crypto assets and up to 1000x on Forex. Insane. Due to its architecture, it claims to be at least 100 times more capital efficient compared to competitors. That's the icing on the cake. Augur. Originally built on Ethereum, Augur is the first decentralized prediction market in history. This is by no means a small feat. Traditionally, prediction markets had to be centralized. We had to custody our assets and trust a central authority to act as an honest actor and to not run off with our funds. Yeah, sounded like a great idea. Augur on Polygon is literally turbocharged. Augur Turbo. It's in the name. See, on Ethereum, Augur functioned by incentivizing reporters to report off-chain data accurately. They were rewarded for doing so until consensus was achieved, thus confirming an off-chain event. Now, pretty much anyone can create a prediction market super quick and for super cheap. And with Chainlink integration, the Oracle enables off-chain data to be fed on-chain in a secure, accurate, and timely fashion. Idex. Idex is the first hybrid DEX in existence. As a hybrid solution, Idex operates based on both an AMM and an order book model, the latter being a staple of centralized exchanges. It adopted this hybrid model because the team wanted to circumvent all the shortcomings of a DEX. These shortcomings include slippage, failed trades, and front-running. In the meantime, they also wanted to offer users a seamless experience akin to those provided by centralized exchanges. But using an order book model means that data must be up to date and that trades must occur near real time. Polygon can do just that, and it can ensure that all trades remain as economical as possible. Aavegotchi. If you're old enough to remember the Tamagotchi, Aavegotchi is basically an NFT version of this amazing piece of nostalgia, but it's even better. That's because the creators of Aavegotchi have gamified it by incorporating elements of DeFi so you can earn while you play. And with all good things in life, you've got to wait for a haunt. A haunt will let you get your hands on some portals and mint some Aavegotchis. The alternative is to pick one up on a secondary marketplace, but that's not as fun. By opening a portal, 10 Aavegotchis are revealed, only one of which you'll be able to select. So choose wisely, as the other 9 are burned forever. Released on Polygon, Aavegotchi has one of the most active decentralized autonomous organizations or DAOs in existence. Shocker, I know. It's run via GHST, its governance token. Decentral Games. If you're in casinos and cards, then you'll love the play-to-earn mechanics of Decentral Games, or DG. Ice Poker is the first and only game that's currently available, but it's literally free to play to earn. F to P to E? I couldn't resist. All you need in order to play is to purchase an NFT wearable and you'll get a seat on the table. Can't afford your own? Not a problem. A la Axie Infinity, you can borrow an NFT wearable from a lender via DGDAO's Discord. Every wearable you've got adds to how many chips you'll receive each day. These chips are what you play with to earn and win ICE tokens. You can also participate in governance voting by getting your hands on some DG tokens. And yes, these can be staked too. And that's it for our top Polygon projects list. Make sure to comment below your favorites and any ones that we may have missed.